dugout space on Y0. Was it Y0? I can't use the scaffolding. Can I do MLG throw, whatever it's called? No, I'll probably just die. Let's try it. Oh my god, that's the first time I've ever done that. Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Hypernova. We're just at spawn here, stealing some cows because we need the meat. We need the food because the wheat bread situation isn't very good and very saturating for us, and we also need the leather for enchanting because we're a little bit behind. We're still rocking the iron gear, and we need to get the diamonds going and eventually the netherite stuff. But that's all to come at a later date. For now, I wanted to touch on the advancement system very quickly. I went to spawn with one lead, which I don't know where I got it from, and as soon as I attached it to the cow, the advancement system gave me another lead. It's kind of reminds me of modded in a way, with quest rewards, but some are better than the others. So that was pretty cool because it means I didn't have to use the wheat to carry the cow back to my base. But there's someone just to the south of me who has never has a beacon set up, and just by going near it and getting some effects, I was given a nether star, which we'll hopefully use a little bit later today. But for now, we're back at our base and we're not very fond of it. It looks a bit crappy. So we're going to build up a bit of an area here. So it's our little starter hut, and we're going to basically put 4 rooms there. There's going to be an enchanting room, probably a decent storage area, maybe a bedroom, and an entrance hall. We'll see once we're done. But yeah, there's quite a few things that we're doing today, and it's not in chronological order. Basically, I've got a full-time job, and I'm even full-time dad. So if I have any spare time, I'm essentially doing stuff and using replay and doing a voiceover like I'm doing now. So yeah, it might look a little bit out of order, like Pulp Fiction. Do you see Pulp Fiction? Kind of like that. So it'll all come together at the end, I hope. Anyway, so we started digging out the floor to put in floorboards, and you can see a little banner down there. That was placed in by someone, Tasty probably, and that's for the map system. It means I didn't have to go and click on the map myself. He just did it for me, which is pretty handy. Very handy indeed. So we're going to put down a spruce floor. It's going to mix very well with the yellow, and that's the idea anyway. Hopefully so. I'm still not too sure what I'm going to do as a base. We're going to start building this one up, and hopefully we get everything sorted, a little bit more organised, and we have got something to work with. I wanted to go to the Mesa to challenge myself and build up somewhere I've not really built before. The plants, like the vines and the sugarcane and stuff like that, is really putting me off because it's like a really horrible brownie colour. And I get it because it's in the warmth, it's really very hot in the Mesa, but it needs a bit of life to it. So we're going to hopefully sort that out. All those chests there have been sorted out. I didn't show it on the video because you don't need to do it. But I'm putting in a lot of bookshelves. We bred up the cows, and we've got loads of bookshelves now. And we're going to put half in the wall here, a little one there, which we'll come to later. You'll probably see why I've done that. We just had a visitor outside, and they brought us some cake. Thank you, Luna. Thank you for the cake. So we're going to put that in the kitchen once that's done. But for now, we've got like a little enchanter set up. I think that should be level 30. There's 15 bookcases there. Enough. Anyway, so that room to the right is going to be a little kitchen now, and I thought, well, I need to have a bedroom. I can't just have a bed in the lounge somewhere, can I? That would be silly. So I decided, let's go build upstairs and go through the roof and try and put something up here. And I should make the house look a little bit better, a bit more organised. Come on, camera, speed up. Come on, there we go. Yeah, so we're going to have like a bedroom upstairs and probably like a little balcony. We're going to put in a few more buildings, a couple of mini farms to get. I think I want to get a cactus farm going and maybe a chicken farm. We'd sold some eggs from spawn earlier, so we can have some more meat, some more automated meat. So I'll probably end up doing that. You'll notice that the farm has changed probably again from the last scene. I'm working on it. We don't need too much, but we also needed the sugarcane for the enchanter setup and that sort of thing. Oh, look. Visitor caught fire. Don't know how that happened. More leads for me and a couple of friends. Let's attach them here for a moment, shall we? Now I've been keeping an eye on the map we've got. The owners, the devs, the lads, whatever you call them, set up a map we can look online and see where the expanding border is going to be. And in the top left corner, the northwest corner, there is a sunken ship. A sunken ship? Yeah, a sunken ship. And it is finally in view. I hope I'm the first one up there. It's Be nice to get something out of it, even if it's a conduit. I mean, we could always build a base underwater near the mesa. I'm not sure yet. Again, I'm still not sure what I want to build here at the moment. It's just sort of little mini farms and storage areas to start with. We'll see. We'll see. As you can see there, the ship is in sight. So let's head towards that. Is it all within the barrier now? I think it's all within the barrier, which is good. Which means if there's all 3 chests in there, then that's 3 chests of loot to go through. It'd be pretty cool. Let's check this out. Come on, Mr. Boat. Show me something good. Show me something. There's stuff floating. No! Has it been tapped? Has it been investigated already? Oi! A naughty shell for me. Thanks very much. Oh, no. Step off the edge. Come back up. We got a naughty shell. So we just want a conduit now. So this one's got stuff in it. But that one... Was that one sort of done... Like, was this one still in the border? And... So we're outside the border, and that one wasn't. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Open, please. Yeah, that one's empty. So that one could have been just out of reach. And that one not. Not that there's much in that one. It's a bit terrible, really. What about underneath? In the secret area. It's not a secret area. Oh! We got an advancement for opening it. But it's not open. Hello, server lag. Help. Help me. Yep. I've opened 10 of them. Yep. There it is. Oh, some coast armor trims. We've got 2 of them. We've got a map. Got some books, some paper. We'll take all that. We'll take that all day long. Nice. Was that one just outside of range? Do you reckon it's a little bit closer to the middle of the ship than the other one? Right. That's north, isn't it? That's outside the barrier still. Let's just double check and not be an idiot. All maps are normal, right? And we're at the south of it on the little dot, so we're going to be outside. It's going to be up that way, isn't it? I don't know how far up that way. We're going to be nowhere. I can't even see it. Is there an island over there? Please? Can my boat go and have a look? No. Rubbish. Okay, back to the base to do a bit more work. What I think we're doing is putting loads of different coloured terracotta buildings around and kind of make it close-ish to the colour of the farm it is. Like we're doing a cactus farm here, so we thought we'd do it with green, right? In fact, I needed to smelt some cactus that I found downstairs at the by the beach there to get some green for the terracotta. So we need to get loads of different dyes at some point. The mesa only has obviously a certain amount of natural terracotta. I don't think you can get all colour terracotta just from mining out a mesa, can you? Who knows? But yeah, we start with the green and we're going to have the cactus come towards that. This is a fairly simple design from what I remember, and it's fully automatic. Don't think you'll lose any, but it's a case of just waiting around and letting it pop off and falling into place and into the water stream, into a little bucket, into a barrel at the bottom. After that, I thought, let's do a chicken farm. I've done loads before, but with a different dispenser system. So dispenser with, with the comparator and all the stuff like that. But I thought this time I'll try doing it with the observers. It's like a faster clicker, so it should dispense eggs faster once it's done so. It took me a while to work out how to do the redstone, so I sort of cut it here, and when came back to it after I decided what to do. We started with a 5x5 area for the chickens, but I think it will fit there. I think. Maybe not. We're going to put down all the hoppies now, and that will catch all the eggs to fire into the lava system. That will cook them, and those 2 in the bottom right corner there go into the barrel, so we'll get some eggs as well, or at least that's the plan. I put down moss instead of carpet, and I think the moss is quite a nice one. It might help brighten up the area a little bit. Anyway, we're off to the nether, because we need to get some XP ready to do our full enchanting. Fortunately, there's already a gold farm here. The sorting system has been changed since then, as far as I'm aware, because it wasn't really fast enough to get rid of all the swords and stuff. But in terms of levels, got tons and tons now. So we're going to take all these levels, go back to our base, and hopefully get a decent setup with the diamonds we've already got. Okay, we're finally home. I built this little building here for our little portal, just so any people that come through won't come wandering around our amazing base, which needs a lot of work. But yeah, I might do stairs up to the top here. I'm still undecided. I was going to have like a building for normal nether entrance, like nether roof, and maybe like down below, but I'm still undecided. Anyway, we've got this lovely little bridge, as you probably saw in a previous time lapse. Got the chickens in. They are throwing eggs around everywhere. Oh no, I'm stuck in there. How do I get out without messing things up? I don't know. I'm probably going to have to just do this quickly. No. Go away. Extra chicken, please. No. Damn it. So that is working along. We've got the cactus farm. That's working along as well. We're getting a fair amount of that. We haven't really played it recently, so that's probably just been unloaded and working. But on the other side here, the chickens are making food. And we should be getting an excess amount of eggs on that side, but not yet. I'm sure once the hoppers in that foot... No, they won't, will they? When the hoppers fill up, they'll just keep firing eggs into there. We'll get them eventually. I have finally decided on how the farm's going to look. So we've got this set up like this. Beetroot on this side, potatoes on that side, and all the stuff here in the middle. This middle block here is actually the only, with the light levels, light level 0, because it's like water in the chest and that, things won't spawn in it. So it's all spawn proof in here. Outside here, probably not, but we'll work on that eventually. Got a plan for that, so we'll get to it, hopefully. Hopefully today, hopefully not. Well, we'll see. Got wheat on this side, carrots on this side, again, same sort of situation. I don't think there's anything else left to grow. Maybe some sweet berries. I don't think we need a whole system like that for it though, do we? Don't know. Here's our coos. There's our llama pack. Through here we've got our oak and our birch. The other types of trees, I don't know what to do with them yet. In fact, I think there's a couple of 2x2s like over there. There's like some jungles over there. They don't deserve to be over here. They don't belong here. Anyway, what we'll work on now is a slime farm. Now we got this lovely mod that shows us that the slime chunk is unknown. That last one on the left hand side, the green one, does usually tell you if it's a slime chunk. It says like true or false, but for some reason it's not. This is embarrassing. We've got we know what the seed is, so we can seed the seed. I use a seed checker to check basically. There's 4 chunks here. All 4 of these are slime chunks. Of course, it's not going to tell us now on this. But on the duplicate world I've got with the seed on there, these are slime chunks. So we're going to do like a quadruple slime thingamabob, at least hopefully anyway. So I dug down to level 40. Let's have a quick look. I think 40 is where anything can spawn. Of course, no, nothing can spawn down here. Naturally, it should do at some point, but we'll see. Man, I was hoping some slimes would have spawned to prove the point. They are slime chunks, I promise you. Anyway, in the middle here, we're going to get some iron golems. So we need to go to the spawn town in a minute and get some iron. We're going to do loads of platforms and go down and down and down. And they should spawn on here. And go to fight the golem, fall down and die. We've got some circles planned out. Got some circles around here. So anything in this circle should see the golem and go towards it. If we put the things back up again. The things? There we are, the things. You can see that we are sort of somewhat wasting a bit of space in the corner. But they spawn over here, they're not going to see the golem and go attack it. If that's the center of the circle there, it wouldn't quite reach the golem. It's like that on all the sides. Which is good for me, because it means I'd have to dig out everything. It does mean I'd have to dig out everything. But this is where our beacon is going to come into play. I'm going to go down. Well, I got a bucket. I've got that bucket. But oh, there's a hole here. That was the reason for the hole. Nice. We dug out a space down here somewhere. At least I think we did. What's all this? Yeah. Dug out space on Y0? Was it Y0? I can't use a scaffolding. Can I do MLG throw, whatever it's called? No, I'll probably just die. Let's try it. Oh my god, that's the first time I've ever done that. Yeah, so we put the beacon down here. Then we can dig out loads of stuff. And I say we've got a free beacon because we've got a cheaty server with cheaty mods and stuff. But yeah, I might time lapse it. It might just be something I do in my free time. We need to enchant some stuff first because we got a few things, but we needed like a decent pick, preferably a silk touch one, so we can do all the other bits later, like the just get all our resources together. Uh-oh. How do we put that back? Like this? Oh, it's going to be off center and annoy me. There we are. But yeah, once we've got like some gold and some copper and stuff, we're going to try and accumulate it together. Dig that out. Who needs cars? Walk 50 kilometers. Hey, yeah, who needs a car? We've got some setup stuff here, ready to put things in. So we've got some bits already. That's what we wanted. We wanted a scaffold, so we could do this. I don't know why I'm going to do this because we're literally going to dismantle it in a second anyway. There we go. There we go. Because we can get back down here quickly without having to mess about dying. Anyway, onwards to do stuff. The iron farm has been upgraded. Basically, the fire tick was on and it got struck by lightning in the old one, so it got burned down. Josh made this 4-way quadruple iron golem making machine in its place, and it is very, very overpowered to the point that the sorting systems didn't work. Basically, when it overfilled, and so the redstone cross-talked, and therefore it stopped working completely. So I've made this gap between the two comparators, and anything that goes, basically the first one is the iron ingots, and the second one is for the roses. Roses? They are roses. And anything that doesn't go through both of them, i.e. just the iron overflow, will go into this last dispenser at the end and get fired into lava, because we don't want it happening again. With the amount of chests we have here that's going to fill up with iron as we go, there is tons and tons, so the excess getting destroyed isn't a huge issue. I mean, I know some people that are probably build with iron blocks. Go ahead, honestly, it's self-sufficient, it's very efficient, and it will just be filled up over time. So yeah, go ahead with that one. I got Josh's permission to basically put in this system, so it's not like I messed with someone's build or anything. But as you can see, we basically had to go make loads of chests and come back to fill it up, because there's quite a bit here. Quite a bit. The bone meal won't fill up as fast as the iron. Obviously, it goes into that. It goes into composter at the top, and it takes about between 8 and 16 roses to make one piece of bone meal, I think, something like that. Anywho, we're all done, and yeah, it's working efficiently. Hopefully, I didn't lose any items. Basically, I had to like move chests around, and the iron is slowly coming back through again, which is great. Everything that was falling to the floor, I basically put into a composter or into block form, which should be in the center one here. They all filter into each other, so just help yourself from wherever, and it will filter down and fill up the chests. It's going to take I don't think it'll take long at all until that's filled up again. So hopefully we'll see the overflow system working pretty soon. But yeah, we got the iron because we need that for the golems for our little slime farm. And maybe we end up building with either iron blocks or bone blocks at some point in the future. We've been invaded. Our base has been invaded. In fact, I've already tampered with it. The stone block was a head. It was a stone man. But I come along and was like, who the hell are you? And took off the head by accident. And now I can't put it back on. It is just a normal stone block. So how it's been made into a helmet, I don't know. Anyway, there's a little book and a book and quill. And it says, seek him out, and he shall reward thee. For those who follow the Lord as he walks north are showered in love and prosperity, the likes of which have never been experienced by man before him. Lord Lodo has carried man, woman, and child through hardship as long as thou believe. Find solace in his grace, for his nurture is waiting, as nurture passed down upon to him by God. So shall he pass nurture down into thee. Upon, shouldn't it be upon? Anyway, follow the Lord of Ludo, and thy too shall be welcomed into his arms. Child of Ludo, be not afraid of darkness, as the Lord protects thee. Follow his light, and thy shall see what thy Lord has to offer. Almighty Ludo awaits those seeking hope. As his world crumbles, Lord Ludo welcomes those willing to follow his path. Dead rises, and so shall the children of Ludo follow the light, my child. Lovely. Lovely. Quill. Empty book. You're in my way. Bye-bye, Ludo. Bye-bye. We need to enchant. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye-bye. An enchant we have. We've now got a full set of diamond enchanted armor. As well as the coastal trims we got from the shipwreck earlier, we also managed to get some ward trims from the Deep Dark. So we've got half ward and half coastal, which looks pretty snazzy with the gold on. I'm hoping once I get Netherite, it's going to look even better. Anyway, let's get back to our slime farm. We put in the beacon that we managed to get the Never Star earlier. Yeah, it should make it a little bit easier with H2 on there. We've got quite a lot of area to dig out, all the way from 40 down to 0 or thereabouts. So I followed this little shape that I mentioned earlier, the shape that would, if anywhere you spawned on there, you'd see the iron golem in the middle. We're going to put some golems in a little bit later, hopefully so. And yeah, it's just a process of a lot of digging. We got our chest set up ready to fill in, and our pick. Now at the point that we start digging here, we didn't have any mending because we didn't have much diamonds, but hoping to find some diamonds from this so we can get like mending on our pick and armor, weapons, all the usual stuff. I think I had 1 or 2 spare diamond picks, or I think I merged them together so I got an efficiency 5, so I could basically work through them, and it's going to be quite a lot of extra levels to enchant it, or at least to put mending on when we get around to it. I decided that I would dig out in sections after trying out a little bit like that, purely because there are caves around, so it'd be easier to light them up as and when we sort of go around per quadrant, and also it means that if any slimes appear, we can deal with them and not get overrun, because if they start falling down, actually from that height they should die, but we can take care of them. It's nice to know that they do spawn in here and we can get loads of little bits, because we're going to need them for anything really. We're going to let everyone know that this is a slime chunk or quadruple slime chunk, so it'll be free to use for everyone, and once it's all sorted out I'll be able to post that in Discord for everybody to use. It just requires a bit of AOK. I'm trying to work out at the moment the best way of having it collect, so I think I'm going to have minecarts underneath which will take it to a storage system somewhere, but I'm half tempted to have it fire up water columns so it looks like slime balls fire up everywhere. I'm not so sure yet. We're digging down to deep slate. Is it deep slate? I think that's what it's called. Because after that, the haste 2 doesn't work as well. 40 levels worth of slime chunks in quadruple slime chunks should yield a fair amount of slime. But I could look at that with replay at some point, and if the results we're getting aren't as great as they would be, then we can increase it. We can make it go a little bit faster. To dig down deeper. I don't want to go too deep because I know that the Deep Dark's down there and at risk of upsetting the warden. We don't want a warden in there killing the slimes, although that would be pretty funny because they go to sound, don't they? So they'll hear a sound of the slimes going around and they'll sonic blast them, and they'll get them from all the floors as well. That's not a bad idea. Ward powered slime farm. Warden powered slime farm rather. Not a ward. Alright, we are all dug out. It's a strange shape when we look up like that, but it's like essentially 4 circles that overlap all the time. We've got this one in the middle, which we're going to get rid of. This is where we basically fall into it. Come on, love. I need to remember that's now gone. Let's get rid of it. Right here is where we've got haste for a couple of seconds. Right here is where we're gonna put in the collection system. We've got a bit of space down here already, so that's pretty cool. I'll dig that out in a second. Actually, let's just have a look and see how this goes. So basically, there's gonna be floors, and I don't have the blocks with me because I didn't plan it very well. Excuse me. So there's going to be, I think, a 3 block gap or 2.5 block gap. I think I'm going to put slabs like this level here, so they can spawn on top like that. And they're going to go to, what's it called? Iron Man? Iron Man. And they will basically, once they all fall down, they'll go into an area here where they'll burn with the magmas. I need to work out the exact location and width, I think. Hold on, these are Iron Man in the middle. I think about 2 block gap, 3 block gap to fall. So it'd be like maybe like that. Maybe. Something like that. And so I need to make a bit of an area with this. So they'll fall down. I don't know why the water's at the back here. I think it's for the distance. Look at here, start taking damage. Look. They don't take much damage. Well, I don't because I'm buff now. I've got lots of stuff. And then underneath here we'll have a section of minecarts and rails and stuff. Again, as mentioned in the time lapse, I don't know if I'm going to have it, you know, have a collection system down there, or I might use water columns and fire them up the corners or something. So it's loads of slime chunks. Slime balls go up the columns and up to a collection system. So I think when we're on the surface, way up there, that's a good spot to AFK. Again, I need a lot of testing with replay. Yeah, so we've dug all this out, and now I need to fill it back in again. So I haven't filled in too much, not much at all. We've got an iron golem here in the centre, and that will attract the slimes. It's positioned in a way on a trapdoor so that slimes from all the area on basically this level and the one above can just about see his head, so we'll go towards him. Let's find something to throw. Probably got something in my inventory actually. Some wood. We'll throw the wood. So we'll throw that on there, and a minecart should pick it up any second. There it goes. So basically underneath here we've got a little minecart track going from the centre to the side there. We'll show that in a second. In the centre we're going to have 4, so it goes down all 4 sides of the golem. There's a little bit of space above the redstone torch where it will miss, but hopefully when things come together we shouldn't shouldn't lose too much. So we've got an unloading station here. If we let's put some stuff down for the minecart stuff. Slabs, that'll do. Throw slabs down. Once the comparator gets a signal from the hopper, it basically turns off the rail at the top, so it can bring it all out, and it also turns on a piston, so 2 observers face each other and fire the dispenser, and that's shooting it straight into a water column behind it. Once it's done, it lets it go again and basically runs back and forth. It's just a little bit easier having like a little unloader station rather than it going back and forth and dropping off 1 or 2 slimes at a time. There might be like loads, that's what we're hoping anyway. Loads for it to clump together, and so it can just basically unload it and then go back and do it. Yeah, so I've done 1 of those. I'll need to do another 3 as well as filling all those shelves. So hopefully we'll get some slimes in a moment. But yeah, that's going to go up to this water column here, and that'll go up to the surface, way up there. So up on the surface, the slime balls will come out the top here, go down this little water path thing, and go to the centre. And I wanted to have them in all 4 corners of the build, and obviously when it's a 2x2 chunk, even when it's a little bit smaller because of the what's it called, the slightly smaller areas for where the slime chunks are, so we can all see the golem and that, it's still quite a big square. You've managed from over there to over here, so I thought we could go a little bit smaller for this one here. Here is our third thingy, goes into, so we've got some signs that will basically go down there into there, and let's demonstrate that with some torches. Whee! Like that, and then up another water column to the top. Over this side here, I've filled it in because I want to have it on the same level as the build, our little slime build. So they all go in here, and we started filling up with slime, as you can see. And it should be... There they are. There we are, there. All 32 of them. Nice. So we've got these slimes here. This has been from the whole time we've been working on it. I've been converting some of these into slimes blocks for inside here. Put some more on the outside, make it look slimy. We've got basically 4 barrels worth, plus hoppers at the back to fill in. So up the top, if I can... 20 blocks. No, I got a pearl though, but let's do this. Let's see if I go past them or not, or I've not thrown it far enough. Not thrown it far enough. If I... No, it's going to land right next to myself here. Up the top, they'll basically... Hey! Each water column comes up in a corner, and it basically goes around anti-clockwise like that. So it'll go along this one, and this one. And underneath here is just a hopper that collects them. And it's... Oh, and I need to... Nope, help. Am I... What have I done? What have I broken? Pearls are dangerous, everyone. Oh, I'm almost suffocated. What have I broken? Oh, have I broken something in there? Did I break anything? I've not got any blocks. No. Anyway, that's all hidden there. Not hidden, sorry. I could put some stuff behind it, but I wanted the barrels inside to look quite flush with the build rather than have it stick out. That must be broken. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to do an AFK test and see how long we actually get per hour. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Sorry, it's very replay heavy. It is some holidays, so I don't get much time to do recording. So it's a lot of voiceovers like I'm doing now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.